First, let us listen to Mr. Mωυσιάδης. Good evening. Υπάτιος Μωυσιάδης, managing partner of CROP of the Macquarie Green Investment Group. Our role in Greece is development. We have a significant portfolio in production and standalone storage at various maturity stages. I would like, first of all, to show you what our vision for Greece is. Because, you know, sometimes it is easy to come to the podium and speak about proposals and complain. But at least as far as we are concerned, I want to share with you our vision for Greece by 2050. And then I would like to proceed to some tangible proposals for actions that should start today and reach up to 2030 in order to achieve this vision. We envision Greece as a protagonist in the export of clean energy, a company with an important geopolitical role in terms of pipelines, electricity pipelines, electricity interconnections, and we think that renewables can have considerable benefits in terms of investment and jobs. HELAPCO has spoken of some 15,000 jobs, and also the Solar Energy Association, ΕΛΛΑΔΑ, has not provided any particular figures, but the potential is huge. So this is a company with enormous potential, but sometimes we have a very short-term view of things, and we do not look into the future. We have prepared a roadmap that is based on our experience with the Greek market. Very many of the problems have been highlighted by previous speakers. I just want to highlight some of the items of our roadmap. The strengthening of the network is important. There is no question about that. But we, as investors, should take upon us the full cost for the construction of connection infrastructure. In other words, if this is a cost issue because ADMIE has to finance 50% of the infrastructure, judging from other countries, many companies would not mind taking the 100% of the cost for the connection. Now, unfortunately, we have to rely on employees, state employees, who may have different interpretations of the provisions. Either they have special interests or not. And this leads to delays in very simple issues. This, in turn, creates issues of intransparency. Sometimes there is no statutory time, as the British say, or deadlines. Or some other times there are such deadlines, but they are never respected. We should learn at some point that the deadlines set by the legislator are not subject to interpretation by the employees, the state employees. And we should also learn that when such deadlines are not respected, then there should be repercussions. We are talking about wind. You could easily have a geolocation system about corridors where migratory birds fly, or other locations that are not subject to investment for certain reasons. This would create a level playing field for all interested parties. Also, there should be a stop in the subsidizing of renewables. We have been spoiled, and I quote the minister this morning, we have learned to invest with the minimum risk and get subsidies. And I am stressing that we need no subsidies, not for standalone batteries, not for PV, not for anything. You need to create the conditions in the market so as for it to operate on its own by spitting out anyone who cannot operate. You cannot create artificial obstacles, either of legislative nature or other nature. And here I agree with Evangelos Kourakis and what he said earlier. And let me wrap up. We're talking about the facilitation of investment in energy storage. We believe that the three tenders or auctions were a mistake. There should not be such an auction. You have such great examples from the UK, a lot of experience there. You don't have tenders or auctions there. You don't need them. Historically speaking, from 2010 until today, in the batteries field, the cost has fallen by 80%, and the yield has risen by 30%. And this trend will continue. So just let us leave the market to operate in the way it can do. My grandfather used to say that in an investment, whoever buys cheap wins. So if I have a cheaper access to the money that I borrow, if I can have a better procurement process, then I should have a comparative advantage from that. We are saying, give everyone the possibility of connection. We are ready to take upon us the connection cost. We don't want subsidies. We can play on a level playing field. The smart investors who can bring hydrogen or batteries or data centers or extraterrestrials, whatever, those investors will be able to survive. But on the other hand, if we have protectionism prevailing, why do we have to wait until 2050 to reach net zero? We could reach it even earlier. I agree in everything with Mr. Kourakis. Give everyone the possibility, the right to connect, and let laissez-faire for the market. Thank you very much.